Hello and welcome to Orienburg, a town just on the outskirts of Berlin, at the north, which is also, but it's also a town which, since probably 1933, 1934, has been given a bit of a murky history, and that history hasn't really cleared up since 1945 or 1950 really. As I'm in the town which has the concentration camp Saschenhausen, I'm going there now. It's not wasn't primarily used as a killing camp. It was mainly a political prisoner camp, used to house members of the Communist Party, people who weren't ethnically German, and there were also gay prisoners at the camp as well, as they weren't accepted in 1930s and 1940s Germany. Well, to be fair, they weren't really popular across Europe at that time, but they were definitely not very popular in 1930s Germany. But towards the end of the war, when they were trying to get rid of Jews, I think it was more a killing camp as well. So it won't be a long vlog today, because I don't know how to make it very positive, and I don't want to film loads around it. But if you're in Berlin for longer than a week, if you've got more than 4 or 5 days in Berlin, I definitely recommend to come to the concentration camp. I would say they're probably fairly similar, widespread, and so you learn a lot about the atrocities of the war and what happened. I just thought I'd show that little clip of the houses in the street, which are like right next to the concentration camp. You'll be able to see that I zoomed in, and you can literally see the wall of the concentration camp in the background. Yeah, these houses look amazing. So bit of a contrast there. Okay, so just thought I'd do a bit of an outro to the video. Hope you all found it not educational, that was the word I was looking for, not entertaining, and that it gives you a bit of perspective as to what happened. So that was that was built in 1936, and from what I read, I think from what I've put in the video, it was built to be a sort of model camp, and camp to sort of try out a few new things to implement across the divisions that they had. Obviously not a great place, but hopefully it gives you a bit of perspective as to what it is. And if you stay in Berlin for more than 5 or 6 days, I would definitely recommend going to visit to learn more about the history.